Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is SubZeroExtabyte, and today I am bringing you guys back to the most amazing neighborhood of the whole wide world, and we will continue the investigation on this mysterious neighbor who seems to want to knock me out every chance that he gets. I mean, I kind of get it because I am constantly breaking and entering into his house. But come on, give me a break, you guys. I am just a rather curious individual who just wants to know what is going on in the world. And with that said, I am starting out by going around the back of his house this time, hoping to find some good stuff, and otherwise I am just going to get my nose broken again without finding anything juicy on this guy, which I think would be rather weird since the last time that we were here. And by here I mean in the other neighborhood, you know, that one blue house. And that time the guy had a freaking basement the size of a city with all sorts of corridors and stuff, so there is no way in the world that he does not have some weird type of nonsense going on in this house. I refuse to believe that. Okay, so now that we are inside, let's see if we can find anything so I can go break that window in the back. That way he would definitely know something is up around here and I can sneak in without him knowing. Alright, get set, throw the bottle thing and now run back inside before he shows up around here. Alright, so for some reason he is not alarmed at all, so that makes me kind of worried right now since I have no idea who would not come check what is going on after you hear a window break. But then again, this is a rather strange man, so who knows what is going on inside of his head, right? So quick update of the situation. Well, he still has not decided to come check what is going on around here, which is again pretty much not what I had previously expected, but we will have to learn to live with the strange shenanigans that my lovely neighbor has. Oh my, where can this guy be? Alright, he is behind me, of course he is behind me. Could you just imagine the luck that I am having right now? I mean, come on people. I am waiting right there in that corner for him to come walking out of that door, and the freaking second that I decide to check if he maybe is inside of the living room, of course he shows up behind my back like the sneaky bastard that he is. I cannot stand the luck that I am having right now. It is just straight up horrible to deal with right now. So again, we start over. We are starting from scratch. So since whatever I am doing right now is not working, I will have to come up with another strategic battle plan, meaning that I will have to come up with a strategic battle plan because I did not have a strategic battle plan the first time. But that does not matter. I thought I would be able to do this without one, but I guess that is not happening today, sadly. Okay, I will really need to come up with a plan. But what can I do? I have no idea. I have no idea what this guy's house looks like from the inside because the last time I was in there it was all dark and stuff. I will need to find some kind of flashlight before I am going to be able to get any further with this. But where do I find the darn flashlight? I will probably get knocked out several times before I finally find that freaking flashlight. Okay, let's do this, sub. I know that you can do it, and there are thousands of subs out there who know that you are able to perform this kind of a magic trick. And by magic trick I mean not getting knocked out again, because man, that really hurts, dude. I will really need to tell this guy that getting kicked in the face every 5 minutes really hurts, not just physically but also mentally. It is just really damaging to keep getting knocked down without getting some sort of reward for it in return. So we are walking out back, but of course I cannot see where I am going or what there is around here. And of course he is in the backyard in the middle of the freaking night. What a guy, man, I kid you not. I'm going to kick his butt one day with all of this. Okay, wait a second, maybe I can get in through the front door now that he is out back. Okay, let's get in there, sub, and make sure to close the door so that he cannot get in himself. I mean, not that that would matter because he will just jump through some kind of window no matter what. He is a freak, but apparently he is also pretty blind or just plain stupid because he just walked straight past me. And I kid you not, I have not showered since the last time that I was in here, so he would just be able to smell me, but he did not. Alright, so where to go now? Maybe I can get somewhere through this door, but I cannot make too much noise because he is probably out looking for me since he saw me go into his house. Or maybe he just called the cops. Alright, no, there he is, no cops needed for this guy. Man, I cannot stand this right now. Come on, sub, you can do this. You have defeated worse demons than this guy, and all that he has got is a scary mansion and some kind of magical punch to just knock me out in one blow. Or he just goes to the gym a lot, but he looks rather chubby, kind of like a marshmallow is, you ask me. And of course his arms are basically spaghetti strings, so I am not sure about it, but he probably does not go to the gym a lot. That might just be one of his New Year's resolutions, so who knows what happens to me next year when I break into his home. But I do not think that I have actually touched up on the reason why why I am even in this world now. Have I do not think that I have ever told you guys why I am in here. I know that I actually have told you guys that I have moved here from the Roblox world and all of that nonsense. But come on, you guys do not believe that yourselves now, do you? I mean, Roblox is my life. I cannot just get out of there and move into this town, and specifically this neighborhood with this kind of neighbor. No, I am in here because this is one of Dr. Oswald his ruin projects. One day I was just strolling by the office and the lab of the doctor, and I was talking to him about some strange dreams that I had been having the last couple of days. And those dreams always had something to do with this guy, this neighbor right here. And I did not know why, because I had never seen that man before. But somehow he just appeared in my dreams. Now I know that the human brains cannot just create faces that appear in your dreams. So I guess that I probably have seen this guy somewhere. But then again, I have no idea where. But that is not what I wanted to point out. So after I told all of that to the doctor, we basically decided to stay the night at the lab, and I would get hooked onto some kind of a machine that would monitor my brain activity while I was sleeping, so that when I would be dreaming, the doctor could actually extract a lot of data out of my dream and sleep. So when we were doing that, of course I had that same nightmare again. It is always pretty much the same. And the first one was a nightmare where I just saw this neighbor walking and stuff, just doing some creepy stuff, and I heard a woman scream, and I saw that reinforced door that this neighbor had in that old blue house. Now after that, the doctor decided to go make some virtual reality simulations in which I could just go and check out and walk around in my dreams. So that is what this is. Of course, this is a second version because I have been having other nightmares than the first one, and these were even worse because, as you can see, it is really dark in here. So I do not actually like the dark, but I still wanted to find out why this weird and odd looking man kept appearing in my dreams. And I hope by scanning his house, I can find some kind of clue or connection to whether find out why I am having these dreams, or to find some kind of clue to what these nightmares could mean, because I literally have no idea right now. I am just baffled with all of this because I would never have thought that something like this would be happening to me. But now that I am in here, well, just guess what happened to one of Dr. Oswald's simulations. Right, I am stuck in here again. I mean, since I basically stopped working with the doctor a couple of weeks ago, I would just be strolling by his place because he still is a friend. He is a good friend, but he is a really bad doctor and scientist. But now that I am doing this for myself right now, I guess that I am the one to blame for me being stuck in here. It is pretty hard to say to myself, but I guess that I screwed up big this time. It is pretty awful that I have to go through all of this without any help, because I would love to have some help right now because I am terrified of the dark. But hey, I guess that beggars cannot be choosers, am I right? Because you know, I just want to find out whatever is wrong with me and my dreams, you know. It is just weird that all of this is happening right now, but it is something that I will have to do in order to finally come to peace with my nightmares. And of course, it is also good to face your fears once in a while, right? So I mean, right now I do not think that I am as scared of this neighbor as I was a couple of weeks ago. So maybe someday the nightmares will not feel like nightmares anymore, but they will just feel like normal dreams because I am not scared of this guy anymore. But I guess we will just have to see and wait for the day that this will happen, because right now I have to find all of the missing links that I cannot find in real life that will connect me to this neighbor in order for me to beat him out of my head for once and for all. And otherwise all of the punches on the nose would have been for nothing, and that would just be a monumental waste, now would it not? Maybe my best chance of getting this guy is not the offense. Maybe the best defense is not offense, but maybe the best offense is defense. I guess that works both ways, right? So maybe if I just pretend like everything is fine, and do nothing at all but just sit and wander around my house like a freak, maybe, but just maybe, he will come out to see what I am up to. Maybe he is like, wait a second, that guy is a freak, I wonder what he has in his house, just like I had the first time that I got here. So maybe that is what I have to do to get this guy, just making sure that he has no idea what is happening and then take him by surprise. But of course I would still have to enter his house then. Or maybe I can just keep him hostage and torture him until he tells me what he wants from me in my nightmares. Because there is something that this guy wants, but I can just not wrap my head around what it is that this neighbor is trying to tell me. Usually the dreams that we have resemble some type of struggle that we are having in real life, but I just feel like that is not what is going. Maybe I am able to catch this dude elude his attention by throwing some stuff in his lawn, like this red chair. That would be the perfect plan, you evil genius. But I am not sure what I am doing next once I have caught his attention, because he will probably just come at me and knock me in the teeth again. So who knows what I am trying to accomplish by doing this. By the way, the constant knocking out actually really hurts, you know. I am not sure why, but for some reason I actually feel like I am getting kicked in the mouth every time that neighbor comes charging at me and strikes me down. Maybe it is just the doctor trying to get back at me because of all the bad stuff that I have said about him when I was stuck in one of his failed simulations. I mean, he really does have some insane anger issues, meaning that he could just be watching what I am seeing on a big TV screen. And every time I am about to get kicked in the mouth, he just walks up to me and actually gives me a sucker punch. That would be pretty worrisome actually. But hey, that Dr. Oswald is an evil genius as well, so I would not be surprised if that. Alright, so I have got this broomstick now. So since we are not in Harry Potter, I would probably not be able to just fly out of here and then catch the golden snitch and win the Quidditch World Cup against Slytherin. But you know, I can try. Or I can just use this broomstick to keep the neighbor at bay when he comes charging at me again, because it seemed like we just hit some kind of a stalemate and he just ended up backing off. So that was good. I mean, I did not get knocked out, so that is always a win in my book. But that does not mean that I am a free man yet. But I might know one way to actually get out of the simulation for once and for good. I mean, have you all heard about my air dab story? It is a little story about when I broke the world record for mid-air dabbing while going off of a slip and slide. It is pretty special to hear actually. I will just make sure that you guys are caught up on the facts right now, which is all about the slide dab or the mid-air dab for some people. So some may know what I am talking about, and I'm actually referring to the time that I became world champion mad air dabber. Does that not just sound awesome? I know, right? So basically all that I did was do a sick mid-air dab when I was going down a slip and slide. Now that may not sound that difficult, right? But if you watch the video, and my mid-air dab is actually in the beginning of the having a daughter video from a while ago, and if you see it, you will notice that that was one of the greatest dabs that one has ever performed. And that is true. It was truly a great dab, but I became a world champion with it. Who would have thought that? I mean, I knew that I had the potential to become a world champion in something, but that I was the one to become the first world champion in doing the mid-air dab off of a slip and slide, that actually amazed me. So that was the story about when your boy SubZeroExtabyte got the world record in slip and slide dabbing. But maybe I could use the technique to get out of this. I mean, I could just organize some sort of dabbing contest on the street, and hope that he sees it and tries his best shot at winning. And then I come in, flying, and I'm just there dabbing his lights out, and he has no idea what is going on, and out of his mind he just explodes into a million pieces, and everyone will be cheering that I defeated the worst neighbor ever, and I will be crowned the king of everything before the simulation closes, and I am back in the normal world of Roblox with my boy the Doc, aka the scientist, aka Mr. Dr. Oswald. But enough about that, people. We can start dreaming when we are out of this thing. So first, I will now officially be entering this man his house, and I will find out some kind of way to get out of here and finally get back into my safe haven, which I call Roblox. And maybe when I am there I can just get back to my Minecraft world for some relaxation after this, because right now I am pretty stressed out running from this dude in his own house. I mean, come on, if that does not get your blood pumping, then I do not know what will. But like I said, I will probably be going into my Minecraft world for some relaxing time, so please, if you see a portal to the world, please just do not enter it. I am begging you. Oh god, is that him again? Alright, we have to be moving quick, guys, otherwise we will probably be stuck here for all eternity, and that is a pretty long time, since eternity means forever, so you know forever is like a really long time. Wait a second, is this dude throwing bottles at my head? Hey, only my dad was able to do that. Okay, he actually won a championship for bottle throwing back in the day, but that's a long time ago. I bet he'll miss everything today, ha ha ha. But that does not matter right now, because we have to get out of here before something bad happens. Alright, that probably will slow him down, but I have no idea what I am going to do now, so I will just have to make something up on the fly. And by that I mean like right now, because he is closing in and I do not want to get kicked in the head again. I mean, I just want to get out of here alive. Not that I can die in here, but you get the picture, right? I will just run back home and call it a night then. I hope that you guys had a wonderful time, and I will see you later in the new year actually. So a happy New Year's Eve, and do not blow your fingers off with fireworks please, because let's be honest, we don't want any casualties tonight, so please remind yourself of that over and over again. And of course, instead of firing fireworks, you can just watch every single Sub-Zero video ever made, because let's be honest, we all know you want to do that. So have with that, and I'll see all of you in 2017.